Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the originals. This is episode 9 of season 2. Hopefully guys are enjoying the series so far. Now before we start today's episode, obviously get in there boys. England won. We're in the final Sunday. I've got to say commiserations to Denmark. Personally, you could say bias, but I do think we were the better team on the night, yet Denmark scored an absolute screamer, mate. That goal was so good. Kasper Schmeichel is world class, mate. Honestly, the amount of saves that he made in that match was absolutely amazing. I was just shitting it the whole time, not going to lie. Literally, he was stopping everything. He saved a penalty as well, which is crazy. My question is, obviously, to you guys, was it a penalty? Personally, I think it was. But, you know, you could say, obviously, English bias. It was soft, but I do think we could have had like 3 penalties in that match. So that is just that's just a quick shout out to the boys. Bring it home Sunday. Everyone's proud of you. So excited. Can't wait. Honestly, I'm going to be a messy one. Let's hope we win, man, and nobody go in work Monday. That is literally an unwritten rule that we're all going to abide by if we do succeed. Talking about last episode, though, mad. So I'll tell you who's nearly succeeded. That is Esther finding Rebecca. She's been on the hunt to try and find her since she returned, and she's found the location where she is. She can see her. All the birds are flocking around, you know. She's preparing bodies already for her to jump into. Guess who she picked? It was Kame. Yeah, so that episode where we seen her when she went after Kame, when he was in the bar and she went after him, I thought that she was might try and kill him, but what she actually done is she was preparing a body to be ready for the jump over, which is really interesting because I didn't know that Esther had done that previously to the woman that she's in now, and obviously to the girl that she was in before. I thought it was a good bit of information. We also had a decent side of Elijah that we kind of not really seen, but he's definitely suffering from what Esther done to him. He went to see Rebecca in like what would you call it, like a little coffee diner shop, and he was getting a bit paranoid, like thinking people was looking at him, and then the waitress ended up spilling a bit of coffee on him, and he was like, "Don't worry about it, don't worry." Well, that little mark on his cuff of his shirt, it was coffee when we first seen it. When Rebecca come and she's having a conversation with him, the camera went down, it was blood. And guess what? He's gone on a Madden. He's literally killed everybody in the back room, and the only person left in there was the actual the waitress who spilled the coffee on him. Interestingly enough, and Rebecca was pretty scared, to be honest. She does look actually scared, and after having a conversation with him and stuff like that, she ended up snapping his neck because she wanted to try and escape because she was worried about what he'd possibly do. Also, we got some mad stuff going on with HAYLEY and Jackson. You know, obviously all these people, all the wolves, sorry, they're kind of floating about right now. They're all kind of like on Esther's side, but only because they give them a moonlight ring. And not that I don't blame them, but you can understand it, can't you? You know, they've been kind of like a slave to the moon, pretty much, all their life. And somebody's come along and said, look, do a little bit of things that I say. I'll boss you around every now and again. You get one of these rings, you can walk around, you can live your life like normal. Everybody's grabbing it, everybody's taking it. Well, HAYLEY's like, look, we found a way that we can kind of go over that. You can ignore it, you can sack Esther off, you can come to it, you can join the strongest pack in the world. And people are like, why would I join you, mate? You're not even part of our pack. She stood there, got a hand like this, a claw started coming through, her hand started transitioning, and she pulled it back after all her eyes went yellow. She said, look, mate, I can control what I want to do, when I want to do, how I want to do it. Can you? No. So sit down, listen to what I've got to say, because you're definitely going to be interested. And my God, was we interested, mate, because she released that if the I don't know if it was actually 2 different alphas had to get married, or just a general wedding in general. If 2 different people with special abilities got married, and the whole crowd that was there, the people that come to the event and witnessed it, they would harness, they would acquire the strengths of each of the people getting married. So that means that everybody that turns up to HAYLEY and Jackson's potential wedding would all gain the, what would you call it, like the hybrid ability that she possesses, and they could all decide to transition whenever they want, and they could ditch the rings, they could ditch the witches, they can get back on to the wool side and forget about Esther. So that is so fascinating. And then obviously we've got Davina. She's still going after KLAUS. She's not going to stop. She literally hates him. She's literally non-stop. KLAUS, it's your fault. KLAUS this, KLAUS that. let's go kill KLAUS. That's what she wants to do. Fair play, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But in the end, I think KLAUS is going to end up beating you, even though she did get one over on him. We found out that Cole and Finn, they've been tied up for ages, haven't they? Cole ended up deciding that he will actually help Marcel, Elijah and KLAUS, and he will, he'll be on their side. And he was even saying to Davina as well, look mate, you know, sometimes you've got to do this sort of stuff. And then obviously Finn, he rejected it, he loves it. Finn, you know, I didn't expect him to accept it anyway. They've ended up daggering, I don't know if they daggered him, but they threw him back in a casket anyway. They're like, back where you belong, mate. You've been there for 900 years. You can live another 100 years back in there. Threw him down. But don't worry, I made some modifications this time. Put little breathing holes in there for you, so, you know, so you can chill a little bit longer. So it's funny that. And then he also, at the very end, he was storming out, obviously after throwing him in a box. HAYLEY comes, I've got to tell you and Elijah something. Well, you can tell us on the way. Why? Where are we going, mate? We're going to go and see Hope. And boom. That was how he ended the episode. Really excited. Hopefully we're going to see KLAUS and HAYLEY go and see the baby today. Maybe we get a bit of Dahlia in there, you know, bit of action. Because obviously he got that information released to him from Finn, so he needs to check it out. He needs to find out if it's real. He needs to protect her. He needs to see her. He needs to know that she's safe. So it is going to get really hectic, really good, and really action-packed soon. So thank you for clicking on my video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
All right, darling. You know what to look for. You sly old bat.
In it, that was well good.
Meet me in the cemetery.
That's a sick place to put it.
You're looking very dapper this evening, Cole.
I didn't realize you two lovebirds were interested in fashion.
No, I can take it or leave it. Mayor Berman, on the other hand, you know, he came to me very concerned about the rush of theft. You know, she's famous for her collection of rare and priceless jewels. Hand it over, Cole. Oh, I wouldn't bother waiting for them. You see, those women will never leave that house again.
That is pretty tight on those women, though, let's be honest.
Nick must have compelled a wine lover to keep it up because I found a 2005 Bordeaux.
I do recognize I'm being handled with kid gloves. I am here to protect you.
What happened back there?
I don't know. Nicholas sent me to protect Hope. My job is to keep her safe.
It's finished, but I'm worried it's not enough to protect Cammy's body from Esther's magic.
I might know a way to distract you from your troubled mind.
You can take this seriously, or I can lock you in a coffin like your brother Finn.
I think I'd be a bit testy too if my old ex was about to jump into my new ex. I say kinky, but...
What is it with you two?
Playing odd man out in my own family. No room for me at the table. Seemed to be room for Marcel. Diamond, the one that I showed you, the one that we need to do the dagger spell. Well, it has to be a lot bigger. 100 years ago, I had it in my hand, and they took it.
So let's steal it back. It's a good chance to snoop.
Oh yes, Michael. Not seen you in a while.
You're making a mess of my werewolf centuries, Michael.
And you're up to your old tricks. I missed you, wife.
You brought your lover back from the other side without so much as a thought of me.
You can stop looking for Ansel. KLAUS killed him. Strike me. I imagine you've been waiting 1,000 years to do so. Now that you've gotten that out your system, we have things to discuss.
Wow, that was interesting, wasn't it? What an interesting conversation.
It's all right, Elijah. It's bonfire season, and I am reviving a family tradition.
Never to be tired, yet forever exhausted by the sameness of things. Why is our family always at war?
Not the monsters that our parents think we are.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes. Look at them, mate, both smiling. I love it. Oh, do you know what, right? Enjoyed that. Like, it wasn't emotional. Like, I say I don't usually get teary-eyed and stuff, but, you know, I could feel a little bit there. Only when HAYLEY come running across, though, and she stood looking at her, because obviously, like I just said, man, they really loved the kid, and they never wanted to give it away. And it's more of, like, a relief of seeing it and of happiness and joy. So, like, in my feels, I'm like, oh, there's someone that proper hardcore loves their kid, and look how happy she is, like, to see him again. Like, but I wonder how she's feeling inside. Do you know what I mean? I was getting all those feels as well. Like, I was just imagining like how it would actually feel to be in that situation. be so good. I bet she just feels amazing. And do you know what? Every time I was just looking at Klaus, also I was thinking, it's my daughter. You know, like, that he keeps saying when he shouts. That's all I was thinking in my head over and over.
Well, according to Finn, our sister Freya didn't die of plague. He was taken as payment by our Aunt Dahlia, who then cursed all Michelson firstborns.
Is any of this true?
It is if we're to believe Finn. Fable's over 1,000 years old. Dahlia's long dead.
Like Esther?
It's enough wood, Rebecca.
Well, we're just missing a key ingredient.
I suspect Nicholas would rather choke on the ashes.
What are you all talking about?
Before we light it, we write down our wishes for each other to burn for luck.
Hope's first bonfire season. We're doing it. You have my fake therapist locked in that coffin. At any moment, I could cease to exist. The one person who can make a difference is 10 feet away. I need to talk to him. It's 1,000,000 to 1, but it's better than doing nothing. I am hours away from someone taking control of my body. Highly suggest you avoid trying to control me between now and then.
I can't blame her for trying it, wanting to try it.
Silly wish game, we'll have to wait.
You do realize I have to endure horrendous labor and actual death birthing the child that you're holding.
I wish you would tell Elijah you're marrying your werewolf suitor.
Look at her face. Absolute daggers.
He won't talk to me if you're here, Marcel. And he's in no shape to pick a fight. I do make a mean grilled cheese.
You're a compassionate woman, Camille, and it will be your downfall. I will not be tempted by your beauty, nor will I be blinded by your empathy. I'm not the one who was sleeping with one vampire while half in love with another. You believe people can change. Even my own mother seeks it out. But I do not believe in redemption. Will not stop until every single vampire ceases to exist, and I will show no mercy to anyone.
Lock him back up.
I absolutely love that. That reminded me of like an Elijah thing. Do you know what? I give you my word. It's like, yeah, mate, I believe that's gonna happen now. Do you know? But it gave me that sort of vibes. But to be fair though, like I'm not a big fan of the siblings going against each other. I've been consistent on that. I am still consistent on it. I will always be. Like, but there were like characters that are like big, powerful, say they're gonna do something, then they go and do it and back it up. I really do, really do. Again, that's me being consistent in the characters I like. If you cock it and you back it up, I like you. And I would like that. If he's determined to come back and get rid of all the vampires, yeah, and he's going to go through with it, be like King of the Throne, let everybody know it's me that's doing it, come get me, mate. I'd be really excited, because then we would have Klaus versus Finn. And as I've said already, this Finn seems decent. He seems strong. He's displayed some strength. Even when he come into church and he lit the lights up, looks sick.
What is it you see when you go away like that?
Things I've done. Images of who I was. A lovely gift from Mother. I'd be better off taking her deal.
Leave your body behind.
To start over. To live a mortal life.
It's a lovely fantasy, Elijah.
Now, what if all the Mother needs is a victory?
Besides, she wants all three of us.
She has Cole. She has Finn. Perhaps, in the end, a simple majority will do.
Is this you?
It's a lot better looking back then.
You wish. What about Rebecca?
There was one time, though, she did me a solid. In Christmas 1914.
Doing a bit of pilfering before cocktails.
Nick stole something that belongs to me. I'm simply taking it back. What if I said I'm close to finishing a dagger that would work on him? You've suffered at his hands more than anyone.
You're entirely serious.
Haven't we both earned the right to live out of his shadow?
You can count me in. And throw on one of Nick's jackets. He'll notice your absence if you're late.
Do you know what I like? Do you know what I like about that? Is that he, in the present day, he's trying to do what he done in the back day, like in the past. So again, he's staying true to his character. It's not something that he's just flashing that he wants to do right now. It's like, I tried doing it back then, didn't work, and try and do it back now. So I'd like a bit of consistency.
Wonder if it'll work.
Oh, bloody hell.
Come on, let's try it. 2 minutes. Do you think you can cram us into a selfie?
He's not happy. Look at him. Ah, they're sick then.
I wish that it could always be like this.
Nah, that's a naughty picture, that.
You realise we'll have to burn it. We can't risk it falling into the wrong hands.
No, that's a nice picture, that, man.
This isn't right. We deserve this. We've earned this. I know what to do to stop Esther.
Rebecca, no.
I'm gonna take her deal. I'm taking her down with me.
Baby's chugging, mate. Look at that.
If we kill her, she body jump. If I knew how to bloody stop her from jumping, don't you think I would have happily murdered her ages ago?
You were the one who said she needed a win, and if we get this right, then she'll have one.
And if we do it wrong, you're no longer in your own body.
Hopefully, we'll get lucky and stop the spell before I jump.
I need to find someone for her to jump into. Someone anonymous, someone who could disappear with hope.
When I'm old and wrinkly, you can dump me back into my old body. Nick already has a coffin he can store me in.
Cole will do what's best for Cole. We just have to meet his price.
Do you want me to find a new body for Rebecca? I want the Foley diamond you stole from me back in 1914. I need a weapon I can use to protect myself against Klaus. Self-defense, only to be used out of absolute necessity.
I like how it's been up front again. Good stuff.
Our little brother has been plotting against me for years, and he hasn't got a lick of it right. If everything goes south, I'll be there to pull you out.
You and I on the same team. It must be Christmas.
Quiet with Klaus and Rebecca gone, so we didn't get to say our wishes. Can I tell you mine? To hope, actually, that you'll understand what I have to tell you. My wolves. I think I figured out a way to release them from the witches. Hope could return to us, but there's a catch. I have to marry Jackson. Now, for bonding ritual, this isn't about him. I don't love Jackson. At the same time, I couldn't marry him and still be involved with you.
Fucking hell. Go on, Elijah.
Marry him. The only way that the city will be safe for Hope's return is if you have unified your people and I have unified mine. Do what you need to bring your daughter home.
I love it when people sacrifice stuff for everybody. Get in there, mate. That was fucking good, mate. Love that. Really do love it. You know what's mad is how much they definitely want to be together. Do you know what I mean? But they both making the biggest sacrifices ever to save the people that they love. To be honest, they both making sacrifices for the same person, Hope, the baby, aren't they? Obviously, but they're doing it as well for like Hope, and then for the pack and for the vampires. He's doing it for like his side, she's doing it for her side, and then they're both doing it collectively. Like, and that's well interesting. But Jackson did say that if you full on don't mean it, that it doesn't work. And she's just said to Elijah that, you know, I don't love him. No, I'm just doing it to help the people, which I think's interesting. I actually do think that's interesting. Like, I wonder if she has the whole intention, like she actually means it, like I'm gonna go through with it, full on committed to doing it, and it don't work because she's not deep down spiritually connected. And then that would be a good twist as well. But got to say, big man Elijah, it must have been tough for him to hear and say what he did, but it's good. And then they've obviously ended it with a good little sesh there. And both of them are fucking sexy out there, let's be honest. But it makes you think, like, is Elijah not well older than her in real life? Like, I feel like he must be late 30s. She's like early 20s, maybe. I don't know. I might be wrong. She could be in the 30s as well.
It's Angelica Barker. She will be Rebecca's new host body.
Does she know what's about to happen to her?
We won't have to use her.
And my mother is a wily and vindictive woman. In order for me to help you, I need access to my mother's hourglass. Well, I haven't been back in a while. And the only way she won't suspect me is if I bring back the thing that I was sent to find. The white oak steak.
Are you out of your mind?
Caleb.
As soon as she's gone, we'll give it right back to Klaus.
Like hell you will.
We are doing this for the good of our family. Do I have your word that for once you will honor that?
You have my word, Nick.
I'll get the steak.
Again, I feel like you have my word, you'll get the steak back, but you don't have my word that I won't attack you. Do you know what I mean? I do think that in this thing, whatever's about to happen, that he's going to see his opportunity to go after Klaus with the whatever mystical dagger, the dark object. He won't do it with the white oak steak. I do believe that he will give it back. He has to, like, logically, he has to go back and give it to Esther. Like, it would raise no questions then. He'd be like, look, mate, I've been absent for ages because I've been digging and deep in, like, dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodging, like they say in dodgeball. But it's here. I've got it. Are you proud?
When I didn't hear from you, I thought you might be in trouble.
It's hard to do espionage when you're calling Mummy all the time.
I'm afraid Finn may have fallen into the hands of your brother.
Hello, sister.
Hello, Mother. I believe you're offering a deal.
When the last sand falls, Esther will try to jump her into you.
That's when I'll redirect the spell from you to Esther.
When Rebecca attacks, Esther won't be able to jump her into you or herself anywhere else.
Expect me to discuss giving up eternal life over tea. Give me some of that red over there.
But you are my only child, capable of unfettered joy. Our wishes are aligned. Mine to free you from this curse, and yours to be human.
To the end of an era. I'm in.
It's working.
Oh, this is getting good now.
I will destroy your vampire body.
Mother, you said you wanted the stake to protect them.
Yes, but not in their current body.
No, that wasn't the deal. Stop the spell.
The spell is already done. Prepared it to be locked in the moment I turned over the hourglass.
Think this through. You gave birth to this body. You can't destroy it.
Your beautiful soul will live on in the body of another.
Nick, I didn't know anything about it, I swear.
Oh, good. I'm glad you two boys are friends again.
Take me instead.
Nick!
No! Unfortunately, you left me no choice but to make a deal with Michael. Finn and Cole went missing. I needed a new ally.
Stop the spell, Esther!
No, it's okay, Nick. I can do this.
No!
Oh.
Now.
Scandalum, stripping and all.
Do you know what I'd actually love if Rebecca went into Cammy and Cammy went into Rebecca? That would be a good twist. Where's Esther gone? Ah, what's happened to them all? I'd love Cammy to wake up and go, who the bloody hell are you? Oh, Finn's got off, mate.
When she's up, we need to get her out of the quarter. She's not safe here. Somebody busted Finn out.
Camille?
I suddenly love that stupid name.
Please tell me that your mother's dead.
Rebecca and I took extra precautions.
Why are you in such a
What
good
did he
mood?
mean by that?
Remember how I said that Rebecca done me a solid back in 1914? I was actually being a bit facetious.
A witch as lovely as you has no business dating Cole.
The holidays are a time for celebrating family. It is especially gratifying in times when treachery runs deep.
Interesting.
I've owed her one for a century. Not gonna hurt my own sister. Didn't exactly prep Angela Barker either. See, Klaus didn't just punish me for stealing the diamond. He also punished my witch friend. So Rebecca will be very comfortable in a prison created by Klaus. Rebecca missing, Klaus will be occupied so we can finish what we started. Since this is the best day I've had in the past 2 centuries.
There's a blood bag.
Hello, Mother. I've done what every good son does.
Is she a vampire now?
I've followed the example of my parent. You must be feeling a little twitchy right about
Yeah,
now. What
that's
happens
so
when you're
good.
in transition? You see, you may have thought you were one step ahead of us, but the truth is Rebecca was 2 ahead of you.
Oh, yes, Rebecca. I was wondering how she got the blood in her.
The delicious irony. You can either be the thing you hate, or you can be dead. Your choice, which is more than you ever gave us.
I love it, me. I don't like Esther one bit.
Promise is a promise.
He thinks he's on his side. He's doing well, Cole. He actually is doing really well.
Cole! I'm Rebecca Michelson!
Interesting. I like it. I do like it. You know what, right? As if not one person's ever seen anybody walk out that house in, I don't know, God knows how many years he said it was. But I do think it's good. It's really good, actually. But I don't really mind, like, Rebecca, because she's not been in it much. I know it sounds daft. I was going to say, if she's not been in it much, I wouldn't mind if this character come in and was Rebecca. But then I just feel like it's just a new character. It's not Rebecca. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that we're getting Cole and Finn, but we never really had them, did we? Never really had them. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes here and there. Could easily changeable the cast. You know, as soon as we come into the originals, could have easily changed them. But if they did, you wouldn't notice any difference. But imagine saying, come to the originals, it's a different Klaus, Elijah and Rebecca. You'd be like, what's going on here, mate? Do you know what I mean? And so they was easily changeable to the characters that they are now, which I think they was really good characters that they transitioned into now. But Rebecca, I would be very interested if Claire Holt, that's who plays Rebecca now, if she didn't really want to be in the show much, and he transitioned into this new girl, and we had that Rebecca, then it would be good to have Rebecca back, but obviously it just feel like a new character. But it's clever because it's got me thinking that Esther is not the word sired, but it's to Rebecca, isn't it? So if Rebecca dies, Esther dies. Is that not right? Usually, if you kill a vampire and the vampire that transitions you, that everyone dies underneath them. So it was Rebecca who transitioned Esther, was it not? Or is it that it's got to be the person's blood you have, not the person who kills you? That's correct. So obviously Klaus killed her, but it was Rebecca's blood. So that means if Rebecca dies, so does she, which is actually really fascinating. I liked it. It was a great episode. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thought it was really good, me. Really enjoyed it. Loved the fact that we got to see HAYLEY and Klaus go meet the daughter for pretty much the first time. Yeah, I'd seen it when she was born, but look at her now, mate. She's well old. And, I say I don't really get emotional, but I was feeling it when HAYLEY come running out the car and she's running over to her. I could just imagine how good she feels inside, like the joy and the elation that she could see her daughter safe, and you could see it as well, man. She was bolting out that car as soon as it stopped, boom, running over. And let's be honest, that picture that he took was so good. It looked amazing. Like, actually, I thought it was a sick selfie. It's sad that they have to burn it because obviously they know they take no risks. Every step that they have to do to protect Hope, they do it. And putting Rebecca into a body here or whatever has just happened, whatever you want to call it, was all in the name of of Hope. And also, I like the fact that HAYLEY told Elijah that obviously she's going to marry Jackson because she's going to help her pack and she's going to help Hope, and you know, she'll be able to return to like a family. And instead of him being like sad and annoyed and angry, he was respectful and understanding, and also displayed his affection to her. I know he kissed her, and he was saying, look mate, you know, you got to do what you got to do. An alpha is an alpha. You got to protect your family. You go and protect the wolves, go and protect Hope. I'll protect the vampires. I'll protect Hope as well. You never know what's going to happen in the future. You actually don't. Nobody knows what the future holds. You know, you got to take each day as it goes, and then tomorrow is a new day, mate. You wake up, fresh head, let's go. Mate, you could wake up tomorrow, somebody in the world is going to wake up, win millions. Yeah, they're going to luckily get a jackpot. You know, the life's going to change just like that, and you never know what tomorrow holds. So right now, that's what they got to do. They're going to go and do it, and then they ended up sleeping with each other, which I loved, mate. They're sexy, them. Just they are a good couple. So that's good stuff. And obviously the twist with Esther was so good. Honestly, like, who won out of all that? I'm trying to think. Like, Cole won out of all that. Now, yeah, people did win sections. I think Cole won the largest part. His plan was in motion, and nothing really went against Cole's plan. Like, yeah, they beat Esther because KLAUS managed to get her and kill her, but then he also managed to transition her, and so like Rebecca got one over on her. She didn't body jump over, so like they got one over her there, and KLAUS managed to kill her and transition her another one. In terms of Cole, I think everything went to plan. Obviously, KLAUS thought that he betrayed him, and he did slightly in a different way, not the one that he actually meant, because it successfully worked, and he handed over the stake as well. And I feel like he might be gaining some trust off KLAUS. Yeah, he's in the wins with what is it? I keep forgetting her name. Davina. That's it. Got the diamond. He's kissed her. She's falling for him. She's gonna do what he says. Jump how high? That's what it's gonna be soon. Trust. He's a master at doing that, Cole. And I'm excited to see if he can get a dagger and go into. Do you know what? Wouldn't be the end of the world. I would actually enjoy KLAUS being daggered for 2 episodes or something, even 1 episode, just so he knows how it feels to be daggered, because he's never been done before yet. He's done it many times. I've lost count how many times I've seen him dagger his siblings, so like, it would actually be good to see him get it done to him at least one time. Finn as well. You know, he said that he's going to come back. He's going to kill all the vampires in New Orleans. He's not going to stop, mate. He doesn't care who stands in his way. Even if it's Camera, he's going to take you down, mate. I like it. Again, displaying a bit of confidence in yourself. Some bold statements that you're making. And the fact that Esther as well thought she was unreal, getting Michael on her side, which actually is a good thing to do. It didn't really work out for her in the sense of she's wounded. She's got a transition now. She's got to be the thing that she hates the most, which I think is quite hilarious. But yeah, Michael here freed Finn. He's on a Madden Michael. Got that he was in the show, to be honest. Even though we had a massive impact of him in the first few episodes. That's the thing about this show. So much is going on, right, that you can just blank someone out for 2 or 3 episodes. You don't forget the storyline because you're so invested in everything else. You know what I mean? We had Josh and that other guy. Their storyline going on, which is good as well. It's interesting. No mention of them this episode. What about G as well? Get in there, G. You know, we're not seeing her in like 3 episodes. What's going on with her? So like, there's loads of storylines that we've got going on, yet everything's so good that you don't really notice and you don't really miss them because you really like entertained with everything else that's been dealt with here. So I'm really excited, you know. I want to know. I really want to see how Esther reacts now if she transitions or not. Is she going to be a stubborn person and not take the blood, or is she going to take it and transition over? Because we still got Dahlia as well and Freya to possibly come back in the show, which I think I'm excited for the most. They're going on like Dahlia's the most scariest witch of all time in history or whatever's. Get her in. Get her in the show. Get her after Hope. Get everybody fighting. That's what I want. Best thing about the show is people like uniting as family and fighting together. So that's what I want, mate. Get Dahlia in, let her go after Hope, let everybody attack her. Let me see what Freya looks like. Is she alive? You know, is she dead? I'm guessing she's still alive. But it's exciting, isn't it? Literally, I want to know how Esther will react when she sees them as well. You know, there's loads of stuff. I kind of don't want Esther to die before Dahlia returns and the first kid returns as well. And I want Michael to see that the first kid's still alive. And I want to see if he goes after Esther then. Because then that will be absolute family drama and chaos the whole time. And let's be honest, Michael still consistently hates KLAUS. He is an enemy. No matter what you do, man, the guy's never going to say or listen to anything good about him. Consistent character, and I love it. I'm really excited. Today was fantastic. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please smash the like on the button. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.